Hey everybody, it's Joe from Gadgetry Tech, and in this video we're going to talk about what I think are great headset choices for kids or young ones or those that are just fairly destructive towards headsets, because the general idea of this video is to focus on stuff that's affordable but also durable without sacrificing too many of the other things that are important and make a good gaming headset. So if you found this video, thank you so much, for your support. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like what you see. I will have some links that'll pop up throughout the video. YouTube allows me to tag products now directly in it while you watch it. And because this is a guide for purchasing and shopping for stuff, I'm going to include a few of those, and I will have a list in the description below to also help you find the products in case you want to see them all kind of laid out. So the goal of this video, I want to help make your decision easier. If you're watching this, it's because you may be doing some research on what to buy for your kid, or there's just so many different options out there. Where do you start, right? So let's start with the basics. You have options of getting an analog or wired headset. Not all wired headsets are analog. So a pure analog headset uses a cord like this that looks like it has a headphone jack, very traditional. And a lot of them, or pretty much all of them, will use something called a combo port, or TRRS. That means that any headset that uses this type of connection, which is a big majority of the ones here, will plug into a PlayStation, it will plug into an Xbox, a Nintendo Switch, and even a PC, as long as it has a headphone jack. Now, there are other options out there. If you get one that says it's a USB headset, I don't have any of those here, but a USB headset pretty much means it's designed for a Windows computer because it plugs into a USB port. Some of those also work on PlayStation 5 as well. None of those will work on Xbox. So on Xbox, you either want one that specifically says Xbox, or if it has a analog connection, 3.5 millimeter, even ones that say for PlayStation will still work for Xbox. Case in point, this is the HyperX CloudX. I'm just jumping right into it, but I just want to give an example. This is an Xbox branded headset because they paid for the licensing. Now this one, even though it says Xbox, works perfectly fine on PlayStation and computer, provided you have the headphone jack. The PlayStation version of this is just called the Cloud. And instead of silver, which you can kind of see on this, as I take that out, this little fork here, it's blue on the PlayStation version. They are the exact same headset minus the color. So you can buy either one. So I just want to give that as an example. It gets a little bit more tricky when you get into wireless headsets because you have to get one that specifically says it's compatible with PlayStation or compatible with Xbox. Chances are if it's compatible with PlayStation, it's always compatible with PC. Not all Xbox compatible headsets will work on PlayStation. In fact, half of them don't. But I did pick a couple, or at least, yeah, a couple in this video that will work on everything wirelessly. So, and that covers also the Nintendo Switch. I will specifically call out what makes it different for Nintendo Switch as well. So that is your basic shopping guide for connections, and you can always shoot me a comment below and I'll do the best to answer it. Some of my picks. Now, I have two kids. Even though I review a ton of headsets, I don't like to put my kids on camera, but I do ask them all the time what they think of the new headset I'm covering. You know, what stands out to them. I don't say anything. I just say, hey, check this out. There's two things that kids always point out to me, and I've had friends and neighbors talk about them as well. They look at the style, how cool does it look, and how comfortable it is. When they put them on, I always get feedback on comfort before they even plug it in, which is really cool. The kids are very much aware of that. So you don't want to buy them something that's very uncomfortable. I factored that in with this selection of products. So meet the Astro A10. Now this looks cool. It certainly has the design aesthetic that a lot of kids, I think, like in a gaming headset. They have a little bit of a color print on them, colored cord, flip to mute microphone, which is a really nice design. It's rubber, so you can even adjust it and point it closer to their mouth. I like the A10 for a couple reasons. One, it gets so small. I mean, this fits basically, I don't even know if this will fit an infant in the smallest setting. I guess so. But it scales well. So this slides out and you can fit larger heads. The ear cups are small, so it's better suited for smaller ears and smaller heads in general. If you have a huge head or your child has a large head, I don't recommend the A10. It gets a little bit tight. However, it's also built really well. Look at that. When I do the top-down view, look how twisty that headband is. So if you're concerned with comfort and durability, the A10 is a great pick, and it also retails for $60, but you can get it for $50 or less. Another thing I like about the A10 before I move on is two things. It comes with a detachable cord. You can buy replacement cords on Amazon for 10 bucks. It's much cheaper than buying a replacement headset. So if the wire ever goes bad, just Google Astro A10 replacement cord, and you'll find a bunch. It also comes with this little splitter, which covers the other connection thing I was kind of alluding to earlier. Some desktops have 2 jacks on it, and usually on the front of the tower you'll see like a light green and a pink, or you'll see one that looks like a headphone and the other one looks like a microphone. That's 2 separate connections for the mic and the game audio. The Astro A10 comes with that splitter, so you don't have to buy anything extra if your machine only has that connection. Not all wired headsets, such as the Cloud, they don't come with those splitters, so you have to buy that separately. So I like the A10 a lot, where again, I don't recommend it for as much as if you have a larger head, personally. The sound quality is okay. It doesn't have a ton of adjustment, there's no swivel, but because the ear pads are so soft and it's that fabric material, which is really nice because it doesn't flake apart after a long period of time, it also doesn't make your ears sweaty. So on another note of sport fabric, and something I like that comes with all the accessories you need, you have the SteelSeries Nova 1. Basically also a $60 headset. It's available in white and black, and I love it for a few reasons. It is so comfortable because you have a suspension head strap. It's one of the only ones in an affordable price range that comes with that. So when you put it on, it distributes the pressure really well. It fits smaller heads, so it's adjustable. I can slide this open, so I can even extend it to fit much larger heads. It's durable. I don't think the headband is as durable as the A10, but overall it is still more durable than the other Nova headsets because it has a double mounting point. Some of the higher end SteelSeries headsets uses a single point, which is more prone to snapping if you sit on it, drop it several times, pick it up by the ear cup. They're all exceptionally light. This too has the sport fabric, but the opening for your ear is larger. So if your kids' ears are a little bit bigger or they're sensitive to pressure around the ear, I think the Nova one's a great choice. The Nova also has a retractable microphone, which is nice because it's a clean look if you don't want to use the mic. There's a push button mute on it, so I can mute or unmute, and the volume control is on the headset, whereas on the Astro, the volume control is on the wire. So I think this is a little bit easier to use. It has a detachable cord as well, which is great. You can buy replacements online. And it also comes with the splitter for a computer that has the 2 separate jacks, but the splitter on the Nova is also an extension cord because some people's towers are farther away. So I think the Nova is a great choice for that application. The Nova 1 in wired form will work on Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, and PC, the same one headset. So if you have multiple platforms, anything with a headphone jack, you're good to go. Now, I covered the HyperX just a little while ago when I talked about platform support. The only thing I want to cover on this, the HyperX is the best sounding one of those 3. So compared to the Astro and the SteelSeries, it sounds great. It's only like $35–40 now because it's such an old model. It was never marketed towards kids or durability. It just happens to be built exceptionally well. It uses standard leatherette pads, which are very cheap to replace online. They are removable. Not a detachable cord, so if the cord goes bad, that's it. The microphone's detachable though, but I've never really seen anyone complain about the mic failing. You would basically get this if the person that you're shopping for or you just happens to like the design, or you want the best possible sound quality under $50. This is noticeably better sounding, but the Nova I think is a little bit closer. The Astro is a little bit more basic sounding, but it's still fine. Now, another fun one I want to call out that usually isn't talked about too much is the Rig. This is the Rig 300, which is selling for only $40 as well, and it has some unique features to it. So the cord is a flip to mute on the wire, and it also has a volume slider. Some people may or may not like this, but I just want to point out how the controls work. What's really cool about the Rig, the microphone can flip up out of the way. It is so light, and it is easily the most comfortable under $50. These pads are so soft and supple. I absolutely love them. And because it's light, a kid can wear it for a long period of time and not feel discomfort. Pads are also removable if you need to buy new ones online. But what's really cool about the Rig, a pro and a con, I suppose, when you adjust it, you have to pop it off the headband. And this is the largest setting, medium, and then small. So this is how you size it to a head. The small to medium will fit smaller heads well, as you can tell. It makes some noise because of the way those clicking pieces work when you adjust it. But the headband is built really well. And check this out. Because it's removable, they actually sell replacement headbands online. I can't tell you how many times I've seen kids that snap headbands, or people post online, my headband snapped. Look at this thing. It's so durable that it really takes a lot to break these. And because these have breakaway points, even if there was extreme pressure on them, chances are this will just pop off before anything snaps. That's kind of why they designed it that way. So it's a really nice design. Again, $40. The only downside with this guy, aside from that, volume slider, I think some people may or may not like, it does not come with a splitter. So if you have to shop for a computer that has the 2 jacks, then consider the Astro or the Nova. If you're okay with a single jack, this too works with every single platform for only $40, but the comfort out of this world. Now, I touched quickly on the HyperX one earlier. This is the CloudX, and again, the Cloud is the PlayStation version, just Cloud. Now, you're going to see other options online for Cloud. It is a massive headphone series. You will see the Cloud Stinger. The Stinger looks the coolest for kids. It's a little bit more flashy design. It's more aggressive and angular, but it is a much more plastic build, so it's not as durable. It has similar features overall to this, and it doesn't sound as good. It looks better at the sacrifice of durability. So Stinger 2, it's an option, not my top pick. Now, if you see the Cloud Core, do not get the Cloud Core. That one's known to not be reliable and has a much higher failure rate than the standard Cloud. So do not get Cloud Core, not the same thing. Cloud or Cloud 3, which I love. This is a more expensive version because it's a more comfortable version of the Cloud. It has better pads, they're a little bit thicker. Non-detachable core, but it has a much better microphone. And this part right here, this is called the knuckle. I'm just making sure I'm on camera. So this part of the headphone or headset is a one-piece design, so it should be very durable for pressure. So if you have a person that picks it up with one hand, that's a good option if you want to spend a little bit more and get a higher end product. I think the Cloud 3 wired is one of your better options under $100, purely for sound quality, comfort, build quality, all that stuff put together. Even the mic is great. So then you have the Turtle Beach Recon 500. So this has the same concept as the HyperX, non-detachable cord. The microphone is replaceable and removable, but again, I don't usually have a microphone failure. This is a little bit more expensive at retail. I think when it came out, it was $80. This is the headset you get if your child just has a larger head, frankly, and you're trying to find something that's still well made in an affordable price range, but fits larger heads. The ear cups are absolutely massive and they're very deep. So if you have a child with sensory issues that doesn't like pressure on the ear, this is the highest likelihood of not touching your ear. It has a metal headband construction, so it's built really well. You can see that I can twist this quite a bit. These even rotate, which is kind of nice, so you can kind of wear it around you. The microphone mute button is push to mute right here. The microphone quality is actually really nice, as is the sound quality. It has really nice bass, but it's not too ear-piercing treble. I did pick all of these, by the way, because I didn't want the treble to be so hard, which is like that sound. Kids should not damage their ears at a young age. You don't want really sharp frequencies hitting their ears. It's not good for their hearing. So a lot of these have a smoother sound profile, the Recon 500 being one of them. So I like this one a lot purely for comfort. If you like the design and you're okay with it being a larger fit, it's a great choice. It's not the best for smaller heads, however. It might feel a little bit loose, which could bother them in a different way. So I want to touch on wireless headsets as well. Now there's tons of wireless options out there. You'll probably notice I have nothing from Corsair or Razer. That's purely because in this price range, when you factor in comfort and physical durability, these just have a slightly better track record, is what it comes down to. So as a balance. Now you have the Sony Pulse headset, which is very durable. It's well made. Not a lot of people have issues with it. The sound quality is okay. It's $100 at retail, designed specifically for PlayStation, but you can use this on PC. Has a little silicone headband that's adjustable, and that's about it. So a very straightforward design if you want wireless and you're a PlayStation player. Microphones, but it's a well-made product. You usually don't get really well-made wireless headsets under 100 because they have to make some sacrifices. On the Xbox side, you have the Xbox wireless headset. This is an excellent headset for Xbox. A lot of people love it. Again, the microphone's not the best, but the controls are really cool. The entire ear cup rotates to adjust the volume. This one's kind of slick because it also has Bluetooth and it's simultaneous. So if your kid has a tablet and they're listening to music or even an iPad, for example, you can pair your tablet with this headset and use it for content consumption that way. And then later on, just press the pair button. You press and hold this down, pair it to your Xbox, and now it's an Xbox gaming headset. This does not work on PC wirelessly. People are going to say you can use Bluetooth, but I'm going to tell you Windows implementation of Bluetooth is pretty terrible. So you can buy the Xbox transmitter at $20 to connect this to your PC. I'll have a link in the description for that. But if you're spending that much to make it a PC headset, I have another choice coming up that I like better. So both of those are 100. They're really beneficial more for your primary platform. Now, this is like a sleeper headset for me because it has a lot of the stuff I love about the more affordable Rig 300. Yes, the 300 Pro HC. This is the Rig 600 Pro HX. As it in frame, let's make sure you can see it. So just so you can see the side of the box. The Xbox version specifically, the HX, not any other H, works on PlayStation wirelessly. It has a really cool dongle, which I almost buried, so I want to grab that. This little USB-C dongle has a switch on it. Let's see how well I can get that in the camera. Looks like I got it. So when you're on the controller mode, it's set for Xbox. And when you're on USB mode, it works on PC, it works on PlayStation, and it works on Nintendo Switch. So if you want a wireless headset that works on all platforms under 100, that's well made, because this too doesn't have, it doesn't pop off as easily. You have to play around with this if you ever want to remove it, but it's not designed to be a replaceable headband in this case. This is more of a failure point if it gets stepped on, or you drop it or sit on it by accident on the couch. Again, they built these to be intended to be very durable, but that's how you size it. You still get all this crazy comfort. They have some unique designs. This has like a dark camouflage, which a lot of kids love. So this is a really good option. And because it's wireless, you can use it on everything, all in an affordable price of 100 or less. Now, the other little trick about this guy, it's also Bluetooth. So you can connect this to a mobile phone or a tablet, Kindles, the iPad, iPhone, Androids, whatever. This will work on everything for under 100 while being comfortable and durable. So to me, this is an excellent choice. It's a jack of all trades headset. If you want to spend a little bit more and you're okay with the risk of it being more costly, I think that's a great choice. Now, if you're willing to spend even more for wireless, to me, those are kind of like the standouts for wireless in that price range. Again, with keeping kids in mind and how they use it. This represents like your cream of the crop without going way overkill on pricing, because if there's a Black Friday sale or any kind of a discount, it makes these even more enticing. The HyperX Cloud 3. It's literally the Cloud 3 here, wireless version. That's it. It's $160 at retail, or $170. Has a 120-hour battery life. The battery life is absolutely insane. It's the highest one here by far. But it has great sound, great microphone, just no other features. There's no adjustable game to chat. You can't really customize the sound too much. And it does not work on Xbox. So this is a great headset if you just want something that sounds good, a little bit classier of a headset. Maybe it's a more mature kid. It's an amazing headset for PC playing. If you want, again, another jack of all trades option, you have the SteelSeries Nova 7X. Again, I'm picking the 7X because this too has a switch on it to work on PlayStation. So if you buy the Xbox version, it'll work on PlayStation. If you bought the PlayStation version, it does not work on Xbox. So this has everything. It has a headphone jack option if you want to plug it in with a standard headphone cord. The dongle does work on Nintendo Switch, so you can buy this for all platforms, literally, PC. It also has simultaneous Bluetooth, a decent mic. It's literally just an upgraded version of the Nova 1. Better sound and everything. It's definitely the best feature-rich sub $200 headset you can buy, period, right now. It's a great choice, and adults love it as well. The Stealth 700 Gen 2 Max works on everything just like this one does, except for the Nintendo Switch, because the transmitter is larger. It's a USB Type A. So you can buy the Xbox version and use it with no problems on PlayStation. And this too has Bluetooth that you can use at the same time. So these two will work on mobile devices and tablets. That one does not. They both retail like, $160 to $200, but they go on sale all the time. And this kind of represents the upper end of what I would consider spending for someone young. After that, obviously more expensive stuff's going to be great. It's just a matter of if it's worth the risk, depending on how your kid handles the stuff, or whoever's kid you're shopping for. So that covers the higher end wireless. Now I want to touch on two more things. Now I also picked these headsets for another reason. Maybe your kid wears glasses, or maybe one day they'll wear glasses. And it's really important to consider what kind of pads come with the headset for wearing glasses. So the HyperX, not a bad headset. Again, I thought it sounded great. Best value for sound quality under 50 while still being durable. but these pads are not the best if your kid has glasses or someone's kid that you're buying this for. They're not as compliant. You can see these don't really move much. So you'll feel a little bit more pressure on the side, which can cause discomfort. So my favorite picks, now I left these out as an example. So the Sony Pulse 3D headset and the Xbox headset both have their own issues. The Pulse is really not good for glasses at all, in my opinion. It's very stiff, and the way it puts pressure on, I don't think it works as well for glasses. This, even though it's leatherette, is so soft. I mean, look how squishy that is compared to the HyperX. So it's very, very plush. This isn't bad for glasses. When you look at the Rig headsets, it's not only memory foam, it's nice and thick and plush, but because of this sport fabric, it's known to be more compliant, meaning it's very easy to press in. So for a wireless headset, the Rig 600 is a better choice for someone wearing glasses. Now, all of the other budget picks actually also have memory foam with this soft sport fabric. The Astro A10, it's a little bit more stiff, but it is still sport fabric. I think personally, for glasses, I would prefer the Nova 1 or the Rig. Or again, if your kid wears glasses and has a larger head, especially, this is like crazy soft. So these pads are all very compliant. So the SteelSeries Nova 1, the Turtle Beach Recon 500, and the Rig 300 are all great choices for glasses on a budget. When you get into the wireless stuff, the Rig 600 naturally, and on the higher end wireless ones I mentioned earlier, the Nova 7X from SteelSeries and the Turtle Beach Stealth 700 Gen 2 Max. That has a strong squeeze on your head, but they're like pillows, the ear pads themselves, so they are actually still okay with glasses as long as they're not too thick. So hopefully that covers your glasses concerns. Again, if you have questions on these, shoot me a comment. Now, being an audiophile type person, I do want to talk about headphones real quick at the end here. If you don't need a headset for your kid, what makes a headset? It means it has a microphone built into it. If you don't care for any of those features, you just want something with a headphone jack, then there are some good audiophile choices out there, because the Sennheiser the Sennheiser HD 560S retails almost at $200 now, but often goes on sale for $150 to $160. This is audiophile level sound on a budget while also being very well made. This is going to last a long time, and you can, again, plug it into a controller. It's a long cable in the box, but it does work with anything with a headphone jack. You have the Bayer Dynamic Tiger 300R. I think ultimately the 560S is a little bit better sounding, but these are built like a tank. A lot of people love them for comfort. You have this really nice soft velour pad, and because it's a large, light feeling, it's almost like it floats on your head. So if you just want, again, durable but great sound, these are good options from $150 to $200. Now, I'm reviewing this soon. This is kind of a teaser of what's coming, but I was blown away by these. This is from a company called FiO. They're known for higher end audio stuff that's still affordable. This is the new JT1. It's $70, and the sound quality of these beats every gaming headset I just showed you, maybe in line with the HyperX series, the Clouds, but the sound quality of this is great. It's so comfortable. It's light. You have a metal headband, and it's very easy to size and fit in your head. So you don't necessarily have to buy a headset if you don't need a microphone, but these are good options if you are considering that. Otherwise, there's so many good choices. All right, so that about wraps up the video. I hope you found it helpful. I kind of talked fast because I'm really trying to compress my videos a little bit, but there's a lot to consider. At the end of the day, all of these are going to be great choices. You really want something that fits the aesthetic you think your kid likes, because there's stuff out there that's pink. Razer has headsets that are pink. So if you just want something for your kid that fits the look and you're okay with replacing it down the road, it's not like you can't buy the other ones I didn't mention. This is just to help give you a rough idea on where to go. So I like the SteelSeries Nova 1. I think Rig has a great product lineup in the affordable range just to balance comfort, looks, and durability. And then the Recon 500 is a good standout as well, again, for larger heads that are still concerned with glasses comfort too. So there's a lot of great options out there. I hope you found this video helpful and it made it a little bit easier this holiday season to go shopping. Thank you so much for making it to the end. And again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'd love to see you at the next video. Take care. I'll see you next time.